This plate gives you about 38 grams of protein. Breakfast and lunch alone should get you to 66.5 grams of protein. Like, makes people gain weight even when they're not eating excessively. That was loud. It's 12 a.m. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday, so that means meal prepping. So I'm meal prepping for the week. I'm gonna make 2 meals today, and both of them are like high protein. So we're gonna make chia seed pudding, and we're gonna make salmon bites and quinoa and rice. That's a mouthful, right? But yeah, that's what we're making. Stay with me. We're starting our meals by boiling the rice, and I boil my rice with quinoa because I like to eat high protein meals that keep me full. You know, protein is great, so, and quinoa has protein, so I always boil them together. So because we're making rice for a week, we're doing a cup of rice, and then 1 serving of quinoa is actually half a cup. So that's what we're doing. So I'm gonna rinse them and then put them in the rice cooker to boil and get ready. And honestly, if you're trying to eat more quinoa, this is the method I would use. Like if you're trying to add quinoa to your diet, maybe you don't like how it tastes, this is the method, because when it's in my rice, I can't even taste it. It's like literally just part of the rice. So let me show you guys what it looks like. So this is it. We have 1 cup of rice and half a cup of quinoa, and it's all just gonna mix together. So the next thing we're doing is making the salmon bites, and basically that's just you like cutting your salmon into like bite sizes. So let me roll my sleeves up. So guys, I've added all my ingredients, so I'm gonna give this a good mix, and then I'm gonna pop it in the air fryer. I'm preheating it right now. So guys, the reason I didn't show you when I was mixing and putting in the ingredients is because I'm following a recipe. I mean, salmon is salmon, but I've still never made salmon bites. So I was following someone's recipe. And honestly, I just wanted to try something different. I always do my own like little spice mix. So I wanted to try something different. So I'm gonna let you know how it tastes, obviously. And I'm gonna put the list like of the ingredients in the description box. Also, I always like bake my salmon, but I'm trying like air frying it today since I'm at my friend's house. Her air fryer is the Ninja. She said it burns things, to be honest. She said it like literally burns her things, but I'm trying to follow their settings. Their settings says 390 degrees for 10 to 13 minutes. So we're gonna do that, but I'm gonna check it frequently. Hopefully I remember, and we're gonna hope that it's done and not overdone or burnt. Okay, so this is a salmon bite. I think it tastes really so good. You guys, it's literally 11:30 p.m. Like, I had to stop meal prepping to learn how to make another meal, shepherd's pie, for a different video I was creating. So it's literally 11:30 and I have work tomorrow. But anyways, we're about to make a garlic turmeric rice. It's so good. So that's what I'm meal prepping today. We already have all our ingredients, so we just have to like cook. So for this recipe, the first thing we're starting with is we're gonna saute our garlic and onions in a tablespoon of oil on medium heat. Because the recipe is a garlic turmeric rice, that's literally the name, you're gonna add like 7 cloves of garlic. I don't know if it's cloves, it's like each piece, like 7 pieces of garlic. So that's a lot of garlic. So this is it. Let me bring you guys closer. So this is it. The recipe calls for this to be sauteed for like 6 to 7 minutes. So honestly, I'm just gonna put on the timer. It's actually done now, but my recipe tells me to add like the chili flakes. So the garlic and onions, we're actually gonna take it off the fire, put it back in the bowl. The next step is to put another tablespoon of oil We'll actually put in 2 tablespoons of oil. And then to put in I have broccoli and red bell pepper. And we're gonna let that cook for 5 minutes. Also gonna add in some sweet corn. And just let that cook for 5 minutes. I'm also gonna add the turmeric at this point. In the actual recipe, the guy says to add it when adding the rice. But I saw someone's comment that said turmeric is better when it's added to oil instead of like the actual rice. So I'm adding the turmeric to the oil first before adding the rice. So now we're gonna add the onions and garlic back in. And then the star of the show, the rice. Y'all never saw that. I never did that. We're gonna add some salt. So I've combined everything together, and when you combine them, you can just let it like marinate for like 2-3 minutes before turning the fire off. This is what it looks like. So I'm done cooking. It was super easy and fast, but I made a little bit of a mistake. My rice was so yellow and I was wondering why, and it's because I added too much turmeric. But it's also like 12 a.m. It's past 12 right now, guys. I don't even know if what I'm doing at this point is still considered wise. But let's taste the rice. Okay, I haven't tasted it at all. I added so much turmeric, so that's the only thing. Like, it's such a great recipe and you guys should try it. I've literally spent my entire weekend cooking and I'm over it. Hi guys, today is Wednesday and I just want to show you guys how I eat my meals. The meals I prepped on Sunday to help me stay full and boost my protein intake. So let's do that right now. For lunch, we're doing the rice and salmon bites that I made on Sunday. I'm gonna show you when the plate is flat, but we're adding more things to it to make it more filling and to pack on more protein. So when I eat rice, I like to add black beans and chickpeas. So both of these have about 6 grams of protein per serving, and I like to mix them together. I'm gonna pack on 12 grams of protein with these if you eat a cup. So we're gonna do that, and we're also gonna add some avocados for healthy fats. So I mix them in a bowl. So this is a cup. So we're just gonna pop that in the microwave for like 2 minutes. And while that's warming up, we're gonna open up the avocado. I hope it's not spoiled or brown because I've had it for like 2 weeks now. It's my last one. Moment of truth. It's kind of yucky, but it still works. And so this is our plate. Our plating is done. This plate gives you about like 38 grams of protein because my salmon, I don't know, I think it differs, but a serving of my salmon is 22 grams of protein. A cup of the chickpea and the black beans, that gives me 12 grams. And I have probably about 4 grams of protein from the quinoa in the rice. So quinoa isn't super high in protein, but it's higher than rice. That's why I mix it in with my rice. So yeah, that should give you about 38 grams from this plate alone. According to the last thing for the night, it's a protein chia seed pudding. It's super healthy and you can eat it for breakfast. Usually I like to do overnight oats, but recently I'm not too sure about eating overnight oats for breakfast because it spikes your blood sugar. Apparently oats spike your blood sugar. So yeah, I'm still looking into that, but for now I'm gonna make this chia seed pudding. It's super easy too. So I'm gonna bring you guys closer so we can make it together. Okay, so in a bowl we're gonna mix the Greek yogurt, which is like super high in protein. We're mixing a half cup. The next thing we're doing is the chia seeds. So we're doing 1.5 tablespoons. We're gonna add a dash of cinnamon. For our sweetener, we're gonna use stevia. Usually I use honey. I'm currently looking into blood sugar spikes. Okay, I'm gonna do a whole video on it, but it's one of the things that makes people gain weight even when they're not eating excessively. It's a whole thing on its own. But anyway, recently I discovered that honey, which is what I use as my sweetener, spikes your blood sugar a lot. And apparently stevia doesn't do that. And obviously you can't eat the chia seed pudding plain without adding any form of sweetener. So to reduce the likelihood of my blood sugar spiking, or at least spiking too high, I'm gonna use stevia, so it's like more controlled. Okay, so that's what we're using right now. This mixture is pretty thick. I'm just gonna add a little bit of water, a tiny bit. Yeah, just a dash of water. So I want to taste it to know what it tastes like. Pretty good. That was loud. It's 12 a.m. Anyway, I'm gonna pop this in the fridge overnight, and that's our breakfast for tomorrow. Guys, we're done meal prepping, but I just wanted to say that always make sure that before you eat chia seeds, you leave them to soak in a liquid for at least 2 hours so they expand. Apparently it's unsafe for, I'm not even trying to fearmonger, but apparently it's unsafe for you to eat chia seeds like straight out the pack, and you should always leave them for at least 2 hours in liquid. I don't know how true or how scientifically backed up that piece of information is, but I will always say better safe than sorry. If you wait 2 hours, it's better than eating them straight up and we're not even sure. Okay, so this is my chia seed pudding. Obviously the one I prepped on Sunday, I already ate that one, so I prepped another one last night and I'm gonna eat it today. So you can actually prep them in batches. You don't have to prep one every night. You can actually prep let's say 3 batches on Sunday. So this is what it looks like, and I'm just gonna show you guys what I add to it so I stay full, because this alone is not really filling, to be honest, and I have a large appetite. So we have an apple that I already rinsed, so we're just gonna dice that. And so I diced the apple, and then we have a handful of almonds, and the last thing are the eggs. I have 2 hard-boiled eggs, some salt, black pepper. So guys, this is breakfast, and in this meal you have almost 30 grams of protein. Not quite, 28.5 grams, but yeah, high protein and delicious. So the almonds help you feel fuller, because that's what nuts do. It doesn't have to be almonds. Nuts help you feel full, and they also give you some protein. So breakfast and lunch alone should get you to 66.5 grams of protein. Based on how I'm calculating it, could be more, could be less, but that's a rough estimate. I hope I'm not undermining other food groups, because I did all this. I put the avocados, I put the apples and all that in my meals, and I plated everything to show you the importance of all classes of food. Everything is important. Carbs, protein, fats, it's all important. But a high protein diet is advised, because it just helps you, it keeps you fuller without necessarily packing on as many calories. So I hope you guys learned something new, a new recipe, and you guys recreate, because it's past 1 a.m. I have work at 8 a.m. and yeah, I sacrificed some time, so I hope it was worth it. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. If you want me to change something or do things differently, still comment so I know. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.